This is the URT. You are the URT. Smash a like for the URT. Subscribe to the URT. Big up to the URT. Welcome back to the URT. Big up the people, man. Big up the people, them. Big up the people, them. Big up the people. Happy Friday to you all, man. Ramadan Mubarak, and you know what? Happy Friday to all my people worldwide. Big up. This is the preview for Crystal Palace versus Manchester United. What having it? Yeah, man. Listen, let's hope the chat is back to normal. Here we go. Here we go. Big up King Soul. Big up people, please. Make your way in. Gently, nice and easy. We'll start in a minute. But big up to every one of you. I hope you're having a lovely Friday. And a lovely time wherever you're doing, people. Yeah. We've got a couple of things to talk about. Carrick's presser. How much is blood murder, she wrote. They've just released how much they paid Amorim'S pay package, mate. Amorim'S pay package. Pay package, mate. Crazy. Crazy, mate. Amorim'S pay package. Crazy. Crazy how much Manchester United have paid Amorim, man. I ain't gonna lie, people. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I am not going to lie, people. It is crazy. If you look at the amount of money that it's cost to bring him, 11 million, the amount of money that it's cost to sack him and his coaching staff is crazy. But this is Manchester United. This is Manchester United. Hey, the chat is back to normal, people. The chat is back to normal. The chat is back to normal. Big up the chat. W's for the chat. W's for the chat. WFC for the chat, people. W all around for the chat. Welcome back, chat. Welcome back, chat. Big up the chat, man. Welcome back, chat. Big up the people, man. I hope you're well, people. I hope you're well. I hope you are well. Big up the chat. Listen, somebody's knocking on my door. Wait there. I'm expecting a delivery. Stay there, people. Stay there. Hello? Hi, John. I'm just on the line. You okay? Okay, well, I'll come and say hello. Okay. Package arrived. Special delivery. Package is here, people. Package is here. Package is here. But yeah, people, tonight we're going to be previewing the game. We're going to be talking about Michael Carrick's presser, which was hijacked by, I don't know, 3-4 questions by Harry Maguire. What are we doing here, people? What are we doing here with this Harry Maguire PS propaganda gimmick BS? What are we doing here? And then we're going to be talking about Amorim'S pay package, which has been revealed according to some. But big up to every one of you. We'll see you after this intro. Yeah, big up the people, them. 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 We're just tweeting out the show, letting people know we're live on X, man. So big up people, share, let people know we're live. Big up to all you lot. I'm not going to get a time to do this before Sunday. So, yeah, we might as well do it now, people. I know it's an unusual time for us to be live. But, yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it, mate. We're doing it. Yeah, big up the masses. Manchester United, Crystal Palace, good game. Hey, big up Jarvis, yes. Big up Bilal, big up the people. But honestly, the other day the chat broke down, right? YouTube chat was not there. And it really showed me how much you guys contribute to the show, how much the chat contributes to the show. Regardless who's on here, I make sure that I click on everybody's comments. Even when people are insulting me, whatever, people are calling me out, I don't mind any of that because I think we do it together. We do the shows together. So the other day when the chat was down, I really missed the people, man. Big up to Jamie Wayne, not chatted to you for ages. I hope you're good, man. Big up to the people, man. Big up Bilal. Pray for the people of Pakistan and Afghanistan, man. Always praying for those people, man. Pray for everybody around the world. Yeah, if you're free, Jarvis, if you're free, you can jump on if you're free. Because I'm gonna go and watch a gig. That's why I'm doing this early. I'm gonna go to a gig. My friend's got a new album out. One of my friends who's a musician, so I'm gonna go and check out his music. So that's why I've done this early. And tomorrow I'm really busy, so that's why I've done it today. But yeah, if you can jump on, if not, no problem. Yeah, Taliban. Listen to the history of the Taliban, man. Taliban is CIA, man. If you know, you know. YouTube chat was pissing about the other day. How you doing, man? Yeah, Jamie Wayne. It was mad. It was one of the weirdest shows I've ever done. It was such a weird show, not being able to interact with the chat. So I'm so glad you guys are back. I have sent an email to YouTube basically saying, listen, I do probably the most interactive show on YouTube when it comes to Manchester United fan base. And can you please sort this out? And luckily, looks like they might have sorted it out. They did send me an email saying that everybody's been experienced. There was a glitch in the system. So, yeah, it's great to have you guys. Great to have you guys. Great to have you guys. But, yeah, let's get into Carrick's presser, people. Let's get into Carrick's presser. Let's see what Carrick, man like Carrick's been saying. A lot of it's been a lot of waffle about Maguire, but we'll get into that in a minute. I'm just like, what the hell is going on here, man? Some of it, honestly, it's been some of the biggest waffle you ever heard in your life. But I'm going to bring it for you so you'll know. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll get into that, definitely. But let me just see where I can find Michael Carrick's quotes. Basically, from everything that I watched about the presser, he's saying that our friend is back. Mason Mount is close to being a return. Matthias de Ligt is out still. I didn't know what he said about Leacher. But here's what he said. Yeah, here's what he said. So let's go to this first one. Let me bring it up so show you so I can share this with you, people. Share it with you. We can do it together. Let's do this together, people. Let's do this together. Carrick, Alessandro, Dogu injuries. Patrick Dogu, we're still thinking weeks, but it's progressive with Leacher, man. It's much closer to return than Patrick. It will all be a matter of days. We'll see in the upcoming days. So Leacher might be back for the Newcastle game, which we need him. So he might be back for the Newcastle game, Leacher. But Dogu obviously is still out, man. That was the most unluckiest when he was on form for Manchester United. The boy gets injured. Matthias Cunha, 100 league appearances. Casemiro, 100 league appearances. Brian Mbeumo, 50 league goals. What are we doing here? What's going on here? Why are they getting awards? None. He's not played 150. This is from the Premier League. Oh, okay. From the Premier League. It's not from Manchester United. Yeah, so here's where it started. He's talking about Carrick on team news. He says Mason Mount still is getting closer. He's on the grass. He's a good player. So we're looking after him and making sure he's ready for a big finish to the season. Matthias de Ligt has had a back issue, which has been a bit slow to progress. He's in the right direction, but it's a bit further behind. So yeah, this mysterious back injury. Back injuries are difficult, to be fair. Yeah, when he was pushed on the lit news, he said back injury is part of football. Unfortunately, we getting back when we can. It's just the nature of the issue, really. It's difficult one to pin down in a timeline. He's definitely improving, so we're not just working towards that, really. So we are just working towards that, really. I just can't give you more at this stage. Yeah. And then this is where the Harry Maguire prop started. Carrick on Harry Maguire. He's an impressive character. He's had a great career so far. Hopefully, there's a lot more to come. I think in what he's been here and the journey and experience he's had certainly since he's been here with England as well, I think shown exactly who he is. No, exactly what he is. We all know the player he is, what player he is, and what he's capable of doing. Okay, miss me out with that BS. Just the usual BS in backing the player. And then he continues here. He says, Harry Maguire is an impressive character. He's had a great career so far, and hopefully there's a lot more to come. I think in what he's been here in this journey and experience that he's certainly since he's been here with England, I think exactly. Oh, it's just the same quote. Just the same quote. I mean, that's what I'm saying to you. There's so many Harry Maguire. Let's go to this one. So Carrick on methods. We could talk for quite some time on how we want to play, what we want to do for each other, and there's all sorts of things come into it. I've said at times, when you put a team together, put a team on the pitch, you try to make it as clear as you can. Clarity is important, but sometimes there's a lot of detail to put across. We do it simplistic form, so players think simple. But there's a lot of work around that. You want players' minds clear as possible so they know the job, and the boys have been great. Anything we can help with, they have all taken on board. Okay, so somebody I think asked him about the different ways, methods, and whatever. So yeah, it was asked about Sesko. Sesko selection debate. The whole thing is real positive. It's certainly not a decision that is one I look at as a negative way. We're playing well as a team. We're not getting carried away or thinking that carries on. The forwards have scored a good number of goals. Ben has been so good in so many ways. It's really no drama. It's really not a drama. It just shows his quality. It just shows the quality Ben has got. If he starts the next game or the one after is what it is, he's doing so many good things. So yeah, bigging him up. And yeah, I think that's where they finished. Barcelona closed into full agreement Marcus Rashford over a permanent transfer. The only thing remaining is paying the 30 million fee. Well, 1 week they're saying Barca doesn't want to pay 30 million. 1 week they're saying Barca are trying to pull out of the deal. And the other week they're saying they're close to signing. I don't know what to believe anymore. But yeah, that's Michael Carrick's presser, people. That's what you get from Michael Carrick's presser. And I think, genuinely, I want to ask, is it just me? Am I the one who's out of order? Or does this Harry Maguire is represented, most of you don't know, by an agency, worldwide known, one of the big agencies in the UK, that, you know, that represents a lot of people. But it looks like Harry Maguire has got a lot of if I'm going to ask you, a lot of friends within the press, within the British press, because he's one of the lads in it, or the English press. Yeah, but I want to ask you a question. This is a genuine question, right? You can say I'm out of order. You can call me whatever you want, but I'm going to ask it anyway. If Maguire was Brazilian, French, or Argentinian, would he have lasted as long as he has done at Man UFC? Also, have you liked the video? That's the question we're going to ask. Also, have you liked the video? Because I want to tell you a little story about Harry Maguire. On Mandem this week, people have accused me of Nuruddin Keane or whatever they want to call me. No problem. But the reason why I'm making this is the reason why I'm doing this is because I genuinely want to see what you guys think. I really want to see. I want to do this poll. And please, most of you get involved. I beg you. The better you get involved, the better. So let me know if I am waffling or if it's just an opinion, valid opinion. Yeah. But I believe that Harry Maguire is one of the most overrated centre-backs in recent British history. I think Harry Maguire is a decent footballer. He is a Leicester or what would be now mid-table, a Brighton type of centre-back. He is, mid-table, mediocre centre-back. I don't think he is a guy who is to be hyped up to the levels that he's hyped up to at United. I must stress and be fair and be objective and say that in the last couple of years, especially since Ten Hag has been here, Harry Maguire has improved, because he was benched. He had the captaincy stripped of him and he was put on the bench, but he has improved. I thought at times on the Ollie, it was embarrassing, some of the defending that he was doing. And I think since Ten Hag's come, I think this idea of being super aggressive, because Ten Hag's football forced people to be aggressive. And obviously having training with Leacher has influenced him to become a bit more aggressive. But I genuinely do think Harry Maguire is not good enough to play for any top teams. But to be fair to Harry Maguire, Manchester United have not been a top team in the last 13 years. We've not really been a top team. So maybe you could say we're a match made in heaven. But I do not rate Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire is in the air. He's quite decent. He can defend the box when everybody's close to him, when everybody's tight to him. But I genuinely believe, heart on heart, we always call it, if the face didn't fit, Harry Maguire would have been run out of here by the British media, because if they just calling it objectively about what his talent is for the money that he was bought and how much he's being paid and for the talent that he was. I think he would have been headed out. If he was Argentinian, he would not have lasted 6 years at Manchester United. If he was Brazilian, he would not have lasted 6 years at Manchester United. If he was God forbid he was Argentinian, he certainly would not have lasted that long. He certainly would not have lasted long. In my personal and humble opinion, Heinz is twice the player that Harry Maguire is. Harry Maguire is not that great. He's a basic, big, old, traditional English, British centre-backs. He's not. And people go, he's great on the ball. He is not that great on the ball. He hogs the ball too much. I see Martinez doing the fucking same recently. Hogging the ball too much. So I don't rate Harry Maguire. I have every right not to rate him, and you have every right, all of you guys, to rate him. But that is my humble opinion. And I want to know what you guys think. And yeah, looks like majority of you have agreed with me. If Maguire was Brazilian, French or Argentinian, would he have lasted as long as he's done at Man UFC? I don't think he would not have. I genuinely believe Harry Maguire would not have lasted as long as he is. That is my belief. Because I think the scrutiny would have been a lot higher if he was a Brazilian player, centre-back that was bought for 80 million. If it was an Argentinian that was bought for 80 million. If it was a French defender that was bought for 80 million. For all the hype that followed him, I don't think he would have. He did show fight once in Portugal. Okay. What centre-backs that I want? You know who I like? I'm not going to lie to you. You know who I actually like? I like, this is it. It's interesting. I like the Brazilian kid who plays for Nottingham Forest. I really like him. I think John O'Shea was better, yeah. John O'Shea was a footballer, man. People need to put some respect on John O'Shea. John O'Shea can play midfield. He can play left back, right back. John O'Shea could play, left wing. He can go in attack at times. John O'Shea went even in goal. John O'Shea went in goal and saved some shots when the United goalkeeper got sent off once. John O'Shea nutmegged Figo in the Champions League. John O'Shea went and played against Arsenal at the Highbury and chipped Seaman. Was it Seaman or somebody else? He chipped the goalkeeper anyway. I think it might have been Seaman. I think it was Seaman. He chipped Seaman. %, if he was even Irish as well, he would not have lasted that long. Having Maguire at 100 per week would be decent, but he was never worth how much we bought him for that as third or fourth option. Yeah, you can have that opinion. But I'm not being told that Harry Maguire was some amazing footballer, because he was not. I'm genuinely sorry to say he was not. All right, who did the chip? Yeah, Umana, yeah. But so, say what you want. I have an opinion. Some people can't take it. Yes, I must admit, when I go on a shouting crazy matches, I do sound like a crazy man. So that is something I need to take stock of. But my opinion stands. Harry Maguire, even if he was Norwegian, even if he was Scandinavian, Harry Maguire would not have lasted that long. And that's why on a press conference today, the questions, I think there was 3 questions on Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire's contract. How good is Harry Maguire? Recently, Harry Maguire's played well, but so was the majority of the team. But try to rewrite history and make it out like Harry Maguire has been some sort of baller at Manchester United. It's not. Go and look at what ETV used to be, United Central. I was there before we bought him. I said he's not a modern type of centre-backs that Manchester United needed. But here's a guy who analyzes players. He analyzes the game. He's the one, the only. Never gonna get you up. Man like Jarvis, a.k.a. Rick Ashley. Big up to you, Jarvis. How you doing? Happy
I'm good.
Friday,
I'm
man.
good. Big up to you, also, Nerdin. And by the way, never apologize. And you don't sound like a madman. I know you. I know you for many years now, Nerdin, and I know that you are not about being right, but you want the facts to be right, the premises of the debate to be right. And if people are debating on a different level and don't know the facts, it's very hard to get your point through. So I know where you're coming from when it comes to your debates, and I feel the same a lot of the time. So never apologize for who you are. Who you are.
Yeah, big up, Jarvis. I appreciate you. Jarvis, genuinely, this Harry Maguire debate. Do you think
Yep.
Harry Maguire as a player warrants to take 3 questions in a press conference?
And I didn't see the press conference. I just read the quotes. For me, you have to be honest. Carrick is not very exciting when it comes to press conferences. It's very straightforward, boring. But I can live with it. I can live with it. I don't need any more
Yes.
controversies. So for me, that's okay. But when it comes to Harry Maguire, yes, I had my say. I prefer that we keep him for another year if Carrick stays, because I think he suits the current system. But I know in time he needs to be replaced. But the reason I want Maguire to stay is because I don't trust Ineos. I don't trust the Glazers to do things right when we come to the summer transfer window. And I don't think they will be able to get a decent centre back over the line who can replace Harry Maguire at this time and time of the development. I think they are fully focused on the midfielder, and I think they will spend all their money on the midfielder, and that's it. That's that. We will spend our 150, 160, 70 millions and maybe get 2 midfielders in and a left back or a right back or whoever knows. And yeah, that's it. So I would rather us spending that money on 2 midfielders. There's been so many rumors today and the last couple of days of the Nottingham Forest midfielder that we have been linked to so many times. Everybody said he was going to Manchester City, but now it looks like we are still in the race. So Elliot Anderson for me should be the main target, expensive
According
or
to
not.
who? Who's reporting that, Jarvis?
Well, I'm just listening to all the other pundits, people talking about the rumors, but there's nothing confirmed either from Ben Jacobs or Ornstein or Romano. No. But I understand that people are saying we are still in the race. We are still in the race. But I think it comes down to wages, and I think this is where we are going to struggle because we know Ineos and the Glazers just want to cut costs. So I don't know, but I think if we are getting a player at the top shelf like Elliot Anderson, I think we need to pay him at least 250K a week, maybe more, maybe more. So I don't know. What's your thoughts on Maguire?
Well, the thing about it,
Looking from a sensible place, from a realistic
yeah.
place. Yeah,
Listen, well, this is what we are, Jarvis. So if we were a decent football club, Harry Maguire would have been gone a long time ago. Right?
Yeah.
Manchester United, if they were a football club, Harry Maguire would have been gone, and at least some of the money would have been recruited, like we did with Di Maria, like we did with Lukaku.
Yeah.
That would have been done. So at least 50 million for him or 60 million for him, a long time ago. But we're not a football club, and that's why fans like you, Jarvis, have to take everything into consideration and go, well, with 2 hands behind our backs, we get thrown into the middle of a boxing ring, and we've got to box clever. So you could say that, but for me, he's not the future of Manchester United. So why would I keep him? I would try and go and get. I think we need 2 centre halves, Jarvis, because the latest injury prone. Martinez is injury prone. Harry Maguire, actually, you will forget, is also injury prone recently, the past year and a half. Luke Shaw is clubbed. So I personally believe we need 2 centre halves. We need. It's up to me. If we're going to let Ugarte go, then we need three central midfielders. Yeah. And then we need a left back. And then we need a left winger. And the whole debate was the other day was that Why can't we get the 7 players that we needed? Or the 8 players that Manchester United are going to need, Jarvis, to be able to compete if we qualify for the Champions League, playing every 3 days. Every 3 days, you need to have a healthy, competitive squad. But like you said, people like you and me and majority of the fan base under this ownership, these clowns have to make we have to become like the adults in the room and have to go, well, like you said, you don't trust Ineos or the Glazers to be able to get a centre-back. Everybody knows we need 2. I love the development of Lenny Oro and Aiden Heaven, but they're still developing. They need guidance. And it happens to be that our 3 centre-halves that we have currently right now have. And that's why I would let him go and get 2 centre-backs. I don't need you to be a world beater. I just need you to be able to do the basics. I need you to be able to have, can we go squeeze in halfway line, Jarvis? Can we camp teams in with Harry Maguire at the back? No, we can't. Because if somebody breaks away at us, we get caught and the rest is history. So for me, personally, he's not the future. I would get rid and start again and go and get somebody. So then that person, I would have got them in January anyway while he was still here. Then slowly bedded them in. And then for next season, they would have been prepared to, be in the mix properly. But that's far too sensible. That is what a proper football club does. And we're not one of those.
We don't plan ahead. No, we don't.
Yeah, exactly. Everything is done on the cuff. And you saw our big clown Jim Ratcliffe, Jim Glazer Farage, to come out and say, everything's going great on the football pitch. No, you stumbled on Michael Carrick. We're going to come into it in a minute, Jarvis, as well, that the package apparently has cost over 30 million. The package to sack Amorim with his whole coaching staff, I think came up to 26 million. You add on top of that, the 11 million it costs to hire him and his coaching staff. Bring them. So that just tells you everything that you need to know. Big up to, what's his name? I think his name is
Danny B, Irish Pit Terrier.
Yeah. Big up to Danny B. But somebody else said something about, I think I might have said it was John O'Shea chipped Seaman, but it looks like it's somebody else. It was another goalkeeper. It was a Spanish goalkeeper. So big up for the correction. Appreciate that. Happy to be corrected. No problem. But yeah, so I think that Manchester United would have to, for me, get back to challenging for bigger trophies if we were owned and run by proper people. Yeah. So that's why I'm a bit bemused in a presser. 3 times a talk, 3 questions on Harry Maguire. One is about his contract and this. Do you remember every time Eric Ten Hag, when's Harry Maguire going to get back in the team? When's Harry back in the team? Well, by the way, Jarvis, I don't know if you not.
There haven't been 3 questions about the Ligt every presser. It's
yeah. This is what I'm saying to this is what I'm trying to explain to people, Jarvis. This is what I'm trying to explain. English, British media. There is called the protection racket business. They're in the protecting, but also Harry Maguire is represented, Jarvis, by a huge PR firm, public relations firm in the UK. And I think it might even be global. I think they might have things in the US as well. But that's who he's represented by. And it's so fascinating. I'm like, how much are these journalists getting paid by this agency to ask questions about Harry Maguire? It's crazy.
Is it the same as Rashford had? He hired a new public relationship agency. Was it CAA or something? CAA
I don't know.
based.
Yeah, I think it might be. I think it might be the same one that represents Mason Mount as well.
Okay.
I think did Mason Mount have the same one representing David Beckham? Mason Mount. That's why he got the number 7, by the way, Mason Mount, because he got the same agency that used to represent David Beckham. And this agency, especially one of the guys, the British guys, he's been on record ringing ex-Manchester United legends and TV pundits saying, stop what you saying about Harry Maguire. So that's it. But anyway, the debate will be Jarvis thinks in a sensible way. He doesn't trust the ownership or the structure. So keep it for one more year. I, on the other hand, I'm like, I'd rather bring somebody else in and embed them into the structure. If he's going to be a third, fourth choice. And the argument I was having on the man, then people kept telling me he was going to be third and third choice. Harry Maguire has always ever been either the first choice or second choice. He's never been third or fourth choice in his Manchester United career. He hasn't. So we are where we are. But I don't want to be talking about this for far too long. We'll come to the preview in a minute, Jarvis. But Jarvis, what do you make of 26 effing million? So a package to pay off our friend
Amorim and his coaching staff. Yeah.
What do you think to that?
No, for me, it's a disgrace. It's a disgrace how they run the club, how Ineos have run the club, how Uma Barada have run the club, how Mr. Potato Head, how Weetabix have run the club, how Sir Jim have run the club. It's a disgrace. They're pissing our money away. I've been talking a bit about this so many times. Same with Dan Ashworth. Same with hiring Amorim. Same with sacking Ten Hag. All of this. It's their incompetence. And you know, one thing that people haven't talked about when it comes to their incompetence is why are we spending half a season, 6 months, finding a new manager? You know, if they were best in class, they should have lined up the next guy in line for a year, since a year ago. As soon as they hired Amorim, they should have had the next guy in charge, because hiring Amorim was a big gamble. It was Uma Barada's gamble. He wanted him because Manchester City wanted him, because Manchester City, they hired the sporting director from Sporting. What's his name? Hugo Viana. And they were building up to get Amorim. So Barada knew this. Barada was the guy who were behind the Amorim appointment, because he knew that Manchester City was looking at him, and as soon as Pep retired, they would bring in Ruben Amorim because they brought in Hugo Viana. That's my theory, and you know, that's well and fine. But always when you hire a manager, you should have the predecessor in mind. You should know who you are going to next. Who are you going to ask? You should have 2 or 3 candidates. No, and then if you sack a manager, you should always have the next one ready. But again, now we are like headless chicken. Oh, we sacked Amorim. No one knew what to do, and we ended up by finding an Amorim, striking luck and hiring Carrick, and it was just pure luck. Every United fan should just praise their God in their religion, what they believe in, or if not, they should praise luck, because we are so happy that the Carrick is actually working. Because we could have been here now after losing 6 games with the Carrick in charge. Everything could have gone down the shitter because of this, and that's on Ineos, and that's on the Glazers, that's on Woodward, and Weetabix and Potato Head, Wilcox, and Berada. So it's all on them. It's all on them. And you know, they are still in charge, and that's why I'm saying I'm not trusting them to do anything right in the summer, because they have proven to me that they are incompetent, and every Man United fan should be aware, and we should pay attention, and we shouldn't rest because Carrick is doing well at the moment, because incompetence is running the club. We have someone behind the wheel who's drunk, who's blind, who's deaf, without any considerations of what's going on around them, because we know that Sir Jim Ratcliffe is deluded. We know he's deluded, and the 2 guys Uma Barada and Wilcox, they are both yes men to Ratcliffe. They are both yes men. They have no thought of their own. They are doing as the billionaire is telling them. And this is where we are at the moment. And it's all about cutting costs anyway. So, why do we expect a big window? Because we will be so cheap when it comes to bidding wars and wages this summer. We will see one after another signing for other clubs. Man United couldn't compete because we are not willing to break the wage budget. We want to spend as little as possible for as long as possible, and that's their game plan. So I'm sorry for bringing you down. I know it's a Friday night,
No,
it's
you're
the
not.
weekend, but
You're not, Jarvis. You're not
that's the
bringing me
facts.
down.
That's how I see it.
You're spitting facts. This is the channel, Jarvis. Where
Yeah.
you got to tell it as it is. This is one of the realest. It's the realest channel, man. We keep it 100% real here.
Yeah.
You've come to the wrong place if you're expecting us. If you want us just to lie and go, United, we're doing. If you want all of that, there's other channels doing that, man. Here we talk about the real issues, the substantive issues that are concerning to Manchester United and how we run and the way we run. But yeah, for me, it's just it's a despicable and a disgrace. What's happening at Manchester United? Mount must go. I wanted him in the first place. I never wanted him. He's a Glazonomics commercial signing, not a football one. Yeah, 100%. I would love Edwin van der Sar to take Wilcox, but yeah, well, Edwin van der Sar is a fantastic person. Big up to him. First of all, the most important thing with Edwin van der Sar, that he's well and healthy, and he's looking well, and may that continue. Great goalkeeper, great servant to Manchester United. Brought me some incredible memories watching him over the years.
Did he have a seizure or?
No, I think he had a brain aneurysm thing.
Yeah, aneurysm. Yeah, aneurysm. Yeah.
Same as Fergie. Fergie had that as well.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I mean, this is it. For me, those people who earn it, you have to put it out. You have to deserve the wages, and you have to perform it on there. But I'm not. I know Gary Neville was being Kim at that interview. I know Gary was interviewing him. That interview, yeah. He was getting interviewed by Gary Neville the other day on the overlap special. He took him to the pitch on Old Trafford. I don't know if you saw it, Jarvis, but yeah, it was an interesting conversation with anyone fan. And then on the night he was on Monday Night Football with Carrick. Yeah, it was with Carrick. But Jarvis, let's get stuck into the meat and bones as we speak about it right now. Manchester United play Crystal Palace on Sunday at 2:00. Old Trafford. Obviously, this fixture comes in a very interesting season for United and for Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace are losing their manager. We don't know if Carrick's going to continue with ours, but he's definitely leaving. They've sold big players. They've continued to sell even the last bit of the window to sell big players. I think they're through to the next round of the conference, UEFA conference. They won last night. He did definitely rest a couple of first teamers and played some youngsters and stuff. So because one of them scored. So yeah. Obviously they're in 13th place. Oliver Glasner, 13th place. And they're looking to consolidate that position. Recently they've shown a bit more rhythm in the Premier League after not winning for such a long time, because it's very difficult of them to fight on two fronts on Thursday, Sunday, especially with the Europa Conference. And obviously he was also losing players, not just in numbers, but also quality. They signed, is he Danish or Norwegian, that striker? From Wolverhampton.
He's Norwegian, Jørgen Strand Larsen, the guy who came from Wolves. Yeah, he's Norwegian.
There you go. Yeah, he's Norwegian. So
yeah, but he's a decent player, but his season haven't been good so far.
Yeah, he's a very good player. Yeah, he's a very good player.
But he's not
Um,
he's not as strong as Mateta, you know. It's not but
no,
he's I think he's more pacey, he's quicker, he's more mobile, hardworking in a way, but not as good on the ball. But he has a goal or two in him. Yeah, he can score
yeah,
goals.
yes. So that's where they are in
Yeah.
terms of where they are. Did Mateta move at the end, or did he? He was injured and the move collapsed, didn't he? I think it was going to
No,
ACL
no,
and it
he's injured.
collapsed.
He's injured.
He's
He's
injured,
injured
yeah, and the move,
till mid March, so he's still
yeah.
at Palace. Yeah.
But they still tried to move him, but in Italy they were like, no, we're not buying an injured player.
No.
Manchester United, obviously, Carrick stabilised things in terms of stabilised. I talk about it every day. I thought the City game was his best game so far. As a Manchester United coach, we smothered, we squeezed City. We were the better team by an absolute mile. Arsenal was a fantastic performance. I think Fulham, second half, they bopped us. You know,
Yeah.
Tottenham, that half an hour was a bit. I was there. It was a bit tricky. Let's just put it that way. They were
Mm.
passing our press and getting to our goal on a regular basis when it was 11 against 11. Obviously, the bozo moment from our Argentinian friend and the captain of Spurs, Romero, and we took full advantage.
Yeah.
So for me, that's where we are. You know, that is where we are. Obviously, he's tried to build a bit more cohesion, Carrick. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they have won 4 of their last 6 away league games against United historically. Their current form reflects physical transition orientated style with more than 67 shots in the last 5 games and 64 fouls than their opponents. They're defensively solid but risk overcommitting, which can play into United's hands. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting, Jarvis. What's your take about Crystal Palace? Obviously, Glasner's leaving. He threw his dummy out the pram. The way they treated him, you know what I mean? So it's going to be very interesting to see how United set up, how we set up against them. I don't know if they're going to low block it, but we can talk about the systems in a minute. But what are you feeling about this game? And yeah, what do you think? They've kind of rediscovered a bit of form recently in the league. So do you think the players are getting used to it, playing Sunday, Thursday?
You know, I know that Oliver Glasner is a really good coach. He's a good coach. You know, he's not where he is just because of the players. So I'm not surprised that he has turned things around after all that happened now in the January window, all the noise with Mateta, all the talk about Wharton, you know, Guehi going to Manchester City, you know, losing vital players. I'm not surprised that he turns things around and start winning again. He's notorious with his 3-4-2-1 formation, but it's not played in the same way as we know under Amorim. His number 10s tends to drift more wide at times, and if they drop down, he pushes his wingbacks really high. So he's not about creating those diamonds as we always remember, like one centre back, wing back, one central defender, and the number 10. We know the Amorim. You know, he was so rigid about those diamonds. That's not Oliver Glasner. He likes to push team back sometimes, try to pin down on the flanks. For me, also when I look at this game, when I analyze it, I think for Carrick he needs to do one thing, and that is to bench Luke Shaw in this game. Luke Shaw has been terrible in the last 2 games. We all remember when he didn't take down the ball against West Ham. We conceded that goal when Soucek scored. That was on Luke Shaw, and he had a really poor game against Everton. So for me, we should start Masraoui on left back in this game, or Dallo. I don't know how he wants to play those two, but the one he finds suited the best to play on the left. I will be okay with playing Lenny Yoro another game, but I would also push for playing Lenny Yoro on the left and Maguire on the right of the two centre backs, because I didn't like seeing Lenny Yoro on the right and Maguire on the left. I think it's something wrong. There's something off, especially offensively when we come with that constellation. So for me, I would swap the two centre backs from right to left, and I would play Masraoui as fullback. I think that will be important. And
on the left
obviously,
instead of Luke Shaw, Masraoui.
Instead of Luke Shaw, Masraoui. Yeah. When it comes to the midfield, it picks itself. When it comes to the number 10s, who would you bench? Cunha, Mbumo, or Ahmad? For me, it's so tough, but I think Cunha would be the best coming off the bench. So as an impact player. So that's why, not because Cunha is a worse player, but because Cunha can come in and change the game, and we might need it. So it's good to have just another card to play, So I would start with Ahmad and Mbumo. So Mbumo on the left and Ahmad on the right, and Sesko and Bruno. So for me, that will be how I see it and how I think we should start. I don't know about you, Noradin. How do you see it?
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting, I think, the type of game we're going to have. Are they going to come and sit back? Are they going to play front foot? What are they going to do? What are they going to come with? What type of game plan are they going to come with? Are they going to low block and try to counter-attack us? Is that what they're going to try to do? Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting game. Very, very interesting game.
But he starts with Munoz and Mitchell on the fullbacks or wingbacks.
Yeah, and they're dangerous.
He has willing runners to go on. So I think he will try his best. Munoz is back, so he's vital for them. Munoz,
100%
on the right.
He is, and this is the potential lineup. So they could line up with Henderson. Obviously, they're going to have three centre backs: Richardson, Lacroix, and Camphor. I've not seen Camphor play. Then they would have Mitchell and Munoz, Wharton and Hughes, and in front of them they played like the box with the 2 10s, Pino and Sarr, and Larson up front. This is what the United team is. I think it's the team that finished the game against Everton. So Sesko, Ahmad still out, Bruno behind him, Mbumo and Cunha, Casemiro, Mainu, Yoro, Maguire, Shaw, and the lot. And obviously Lamin's the hero. I think Sesko, having Sesko in the team, I think is really, really good. I think that's really Sesko deserves to start. And I think I would keep Cunha on the pitch. I think we might need Ahmad in this game tactically. Because as you know, Jarvis, they like to do some interesting things.
Yeah, but you just look at it. Look, Cunha against Munoz, that's not going to end well. No. Cunha is not, but okay, we saw Cunha tracking back, working really hard against Everton, but it's not in his natural game.
That was towards the end of the game. That was towards the end of the game when we went 1-0. He wasn't doing that in the first half. Ghana was dominating that game, Jarvis. Ghana was the best player on the football pitch. Ghana was the best player on the football pitch. Let's be real. Ghana was that guy. But in terms of tactically, I think if he stays true to his principles, I expect us to line up in that same lineup. But I expect the performances of Bruno, of Casemiro, of Cunha, of Mbumo to be a lot better than it's been against West Ham and Everton. I thought that second half, Jarvis, we played with a low block. I thought that we were the team playing on the counter. I thought we were low blocking them. The first half, I thought it was an even game. They came out first 15 or 10 minutes, they came to try to press. But I thought after that, we settled a little bit in that first half. But the second half was a disgraceful performance, if you ask me. Yeah.
Agree.
So it's going to be very interesting. But yeah, they play this 3-4-2-1 or like 3-5-2. They're very good at staying compact without the ball and breaking quickly.
And even more important, you need a central guy like a number 9 who pin the center backs down. Yeah.
Yes,
if we are going to move around with our number 10s to be fluent, we need a striker that's especially against
number 9. Yes, because Jarvis, you played football. You've noticed that when you get a striker that's got movement like Sesko, and you know the running power of Sesko and the height of Sesko, you're going to be worried. Is he between us? But if you have 2 small guys just coming to the ball instead of going the other way, then it's going to be very difficult. And I do think with Sesko, it's important that we can play opposite movement football. You know what I mean? Where Mbeumo can stretch the game, Sesko comes short, and then we have Bruno or Cunha picking up the ball to play. You know? So it's going to be very, very interesting. But for me, they stay compact, they break quickly, they go to Munoz, they go to Mitchell. But they're not bothered about possession.
No.
You know?
But quick question, Nordin. Do you feel now in Carrick's 6th game, you know, is it been 6 games? Is this his 7th game or?
This is 7th game, yeah.
7th game. Because we saw the intensity and the energy the players produced in the first, I would say, 3 games.
Yes.
But you know, we have been dropping now in performance and intensity level. Look at a player like Bruno, for example. His last 2 games, it's been poor. Luke Shaw, it's been poor. So we see a couple of these players now doing what they have always been doing since we first signed them. They can meet up in the big games, but in the long run, they don't have the energy to keep up the levels needed to be the best teams. And for me, we are always getting fooled by these guys. They are putting blinds in front of our eyes. You know, we are seeing them. Oh, Bruno is fantastic, the best 10 in the world. You know, for 3 games, 4 games, and suddenly you see the level drop. And for me, you know, I will be looking for
tiredness, Jarvis. It's not even due to tiredness.
Yeah, maybe it's complacency. I don't know. Yeah. Something is off with our group of players always. Okay, we have kept winning. We dragged the games over the line against West Ham, a late goal from Sesko, now a late goal against Everton, you know. So again, you know, we have momentum. That's so important in football. You played the game yourself, you know, having momentum, that's so important. You if you have the momentum, you win games. That's just how it is.
Feed off the momentum, yeah. You feed,
yeah,
but the
you feed off the
momentum.
momentum.
To be there. You can't just do a stick-up job, an arm robbery, daylight robbery, like we did to Everton. You can't just do that. You can't do that. You've got to back it up with the performances.
Yeah. But are we running out our luck right now at the moment? Could this be the game that we are slipping up?
They perform fantastically well in Manchester, Jarvis. Look at the history of Crystal Palace in the last 10 years, both against Manchester United and Manchester City. Yeah, they play really well. But I think them playing on Thursday has affected them. They don't have a big squad, so I expect them to be tired and fatigued. And I expect Manchester United just to be... If Manchester United was to perform 60% or 65% of energy, Manchester United could win. But the big thing for me is that what Palace do is that Palace will make tactical fouls, no doubt. They're very prone to making tactical fouls, Jarvis. They are a team that gets a lot of yellow cards. And, yeah. For me, if we start early, Jarvis, if we start early and if we go 1 goal up, I think we could beat them. We should secure the victory. But if we start slow, the more confident they will get. And the more Munoz and Mitchell come into the game, especially with Stuart Larson, to get in the box. And then the 2 number 10, Sarr and Pinio, coming into the game as well.
Yeah.
But I think that we have to play with energy. We have to expose the gaps between the the centre backs and the wing backs. We need to Cunha and Mbeumo getting in that pockets between the wing back and the centre backs, and make it 3 against 3 at the back. We need to do that. We need to win the ball and play it out wide before Mitchell and Munoz can get back. That's what we need to do. We need to exploit the spaces. Yeah, that's what we need to do, is exploit the spaces. But it's not going to be an easy game. It's going to be a very interesting game. And I'm genuinely looking forward to it. Chat, what do you think? Let us know in the chat.
Last year, we lost 2-0 at home against Crystal Palace in February. And we drew away last season. And the season before, we lost 4-0 away, and we lost 1-0 at home.
Yeah.
So, Crystal Palace has been a bogus team for us now the last couple of seasons.
Yeah.
And,
before that, look at their result against the champions. They were the only team beating City when City was winning league titles. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they have got players that can hurt you. They do have players that can hurt you. I think Sarr is way underrated. I think Sarr's a very, very dangerous player when he picks up the ball. And I think he really plays the position really well. What I've seen of Pinto is quite good, quite creative. He likes to get stuck in. So
the Spanish guy. The Spanish guy. But he's not a winger. It's more of a left midfielder in a way.
Yeah. But it's not going to be an easy game. I think if we get the early goal, I think we should be able to win this game.
Yeah, it will be tough, but it's a must win. As we know, Man United, we have to win this game. We can't afford to slip up. It's so tight. Liverpool seems to be winning now, and you never know with Chelsea. So for me, we need to win this game. We need to win this game. But I never take anything for granted when it comes to Man United. Not because I don't think we have momentum, not because I don't think Carrick is an okay coach, but I don't trust these players. There's a lot of these players I don't trust, and I see the tendencies I've seen over and over. Keep in mind, I've been analyzing this Man United team now for years. And every player, I look at the stats, look at the running stats, I look at the what they do in games, and you do the same, Noradin. So I see the patterns repeating itself. So maybe it's time for Carrick to be brave this game and maybe do a couple of changes, not just playing Sesko, but maybe swapping. Let's say maybe Ugarte needs to start. Maybe I'm just putting it out there just to get some energy into the group, and also give the players that feels comfortable now.
Yeah.
Shake them up a little.
Some games, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's enough time for you to have trained. Listen, I think that Ugarte is not that great, but I don't think as bad as people make him out to be, Jarvis.
No,
he's not Sanderberg.
I'm not saying to start him directly, but I'm saying I want him to change things up.
Yeah, 100%. To freshen it up. One thing about it, Jarvis, that I think we don't realize, the reason why that Palace can win a big trophy like FA Cup and beat Man City in the final, and the reason why they can get big results is because they're quite a physical team.
Yeah.
And we saw what happened when Everton put it on us physically. What happened, Jarvis? That's why we didn't get anything out of other than one play between Cunha and Mbeumo. Bruno was non-existent. Mbeumo, large parts of the game was non-existent. Cunha was large parts non-existent. Casemiro in large parts of the game was non-consistent. So Ahmad was non-existent. So what I'm saying to you is that they're a physical team. And if we don't start well at Old Trafford on Sunday, and if we don't impose our game on them very quickly and score, they're only going to grow. And they're going to get better. And I think what happens when a team gets comfortable in possession as well, when you've got you've got two wing backs, you always have an outlet. So that's why I agree with you. I will start with Ahmad on the right. Sorry, on the left, and Mbemo on the left. And I would put Munya on the bench.
But the reason I said a talk about swapping players and changing it up, it's because I lived through the Fergie days, and we always had these players. We had the Phil Nevilles, we had the Fletchers, the Yisun Park, we had the John O'Shea, and all of these players, Rafael, and all of these. Fergie was never afraid starting them. Even in big games, he was never afraid.
Listen,
okay, there was a drop in quality, but he kept the players hungry,
and the intensity was there.
The fighting intensity, and he kept the better players fresh all the time. He kept them focused, and he kept the lesser players ready. And he gave them 60, 70 minutes. Okay, here's son. Here's your chance. Today you will start. Work your socks off. And I think this is what a good manager does. But I don't know. I heard the presser, and Carrick talked about why he started the same players all the time, and he talked about momentum. He was afraid of ruining the momentum, and for me, it's a little bit of a red flag, because I think to keep momentum, you need to change things up a little bit.
Yeah,
because we know humans are complacent. When they get complacent, they drop in level. That's just the thing, and especially our players.
100%.
Yeah.
100%, Jarvis. Listen, I need to go and check out this gig. Give me your score. I'm gonna go with my friend, produced a new album, so I'm gonna go to his gig. He's coming on stage live. I need to go and check him out. So, talk to me.
By the way, what type of music is it?
Does a very interesting. He's an artist, Jarvis. He experiments with different sounds. He is nothing like you would ever think what the music is. It's not rock.
Okay.
It's not punk. It actually has a bit of punk. It has a bit of experimental.
Is it like Ren?
Sounds.
I Am Ren?
Maybe some bass lines in some ways. Some of it can be hip hop. Sometimes he says poetry. Sometimes he sings. Yeah, yeah.
Sounds brilliant.
Acid skiffle. Somebody said here.
Moby.
Is your mate
Moby?
By the way, I asked a question before about Harry Maguire, and I said, would Harry Maguire last it, right? So 52% said no, 47% say yes. So quite evenly split, if I say. But yeah, what do you think the score's going to be? I think if United score early, if we come out guns blazing, I think we could win this game 2-1. But if they have a bad start, if they let Palace get on the ball, if the physicality, if we show as weak as we were against Palace in terms of physicality, we'll get beat very comfortably. Palace could win this. But I think they're going to be tired. I think, thank God they played on Thursday, even though they played at home. I think they're a very small squad. And I think even though he rested people, let me have a look. Let me just have a look and see what the starting lineup was. Let me just do a little bit of scouting on this. Let me just have a look.
In the last game of Palace?
Yeah, Palace game, yeah. Let me just have a look who the team that started. Let me have a look here. Let me just show you.
So, Srinjska Mostar, that's Red Star, isn't it? The new Red Star Beograd.
Excuse me. So, let me just show you. Here we go. This is who started. So, the back three, actually, yeah. Gusan started instead of Pinto. Mitchell, Kamada, Wharton. Sometimes it's Hughes, sometimes Kamada starts, sometimes Hughes starts with him. Munoz, obviously, the back three and the defenders are there. And this was the three. Yeah. Hughes came on for Wharton.
Wharton only played 56 minutes by the looks of it.
Yeah, he doesn't. he doesn't learn to last 90 minutes in games. It's really interesting about that kid, yeah. He doesn't
And
last
Strand
that
Larsen,
much.
73 minutes. So he only rested 2 players.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying to you. So their squad is not. So we should take full advantage of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think the score's going to be, Jarvis?
No, I'm with you. I think we will win it 2-1. It will be a difficult one, but I think we have momentum, as I said. I think we will get it over the line. But yeah, I just pray and hope that we will win it, you know. Yeah. But I'm always cautious when it comes to Man United. I don't know why. I'm
no,
scarred.
Jarvis, 100%, because Jarvis, this team, this football club hasn't given you anything for you to go trust it. Remember, listen, you know, during the Fergie year, especially the mid-90s, you know, 90, like, you know, the 98, 99, I used to go out, Jarvis. I used to be going out in town. I would not want to be listening to the game on the radio or whatever. I'd be like, United will win. I used to always say 3-1, 2-1, 3-1 United. And then, you know what, I'll be in town. You know, we used to have the teletext. Did you ever remember teletext? You would have teletext. You know, I'll be walking past a TV shop in town, and I would look, and the scores will come in and say teletext. United 3-1, Andy Cole, Dwight York, blah, 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 whatever. I used to take that for granted. Oh, my God. At times, honestly, I was getting bored of winning leagues. I was like, but we won. I was like, come on, try harder in the Champions League, guys.
Oh,
you know,
I remember teletext. You know, that was back in the days. That was your internet back in the days.
100%.
You could check the results.
Jarvis,
and if you don't know what teletext is, guys, go just search it up.
Yeah.
Oh, it took forever. Page 222, Premier League.
Exactly.
By the way, Noradin, Stu and I are going live 9 p.m. So if it's okay with you that I just promote the show and put the post in the link in the chat. So guys, if you want to see more
tactical, detailed games. Yeah, we're gonna get more detailed tactical breakdown of what Manchester United can do to unsettle, to unravel Crystal Palace. But this is the link, people. Make sure you check this out. Go ahead, Jarvis.
Yeah, I was just going to say, people, if you care, you know, if you want to see more, Stu and I will do this show tonight and in 15 minutes time. So if you press the link that Noradin just shared and put on notification, you will get a notification when we go live. But it's 9 p.m. UK time, or 2200 hours European time. So it will be great if any of you would join up on a Friday night. It will be fun, as usual. And we will talk a little bit about Bodø/Glimt also, the Champions League draw, because we know that Bodø/Glimt is going up against Sporting Lisbon.
Yeah,
that will be a tough game. So at least we didn't get Manchester City, but it will be an interesting game.
Yeah.
And if Bodø/Glimt beats Sporting, Arsenal will be next, because they are up against Leverkusen. So this last 8 will be Arsenal. That will be something.
Yeah. Jarvis, do you think I can do it for you now? Do you think people will come there if I try to do it now?
Yeah, you can just redirect, and people can just jump over and hit the like and wait or put notification on. Yeah.
I'll do that now.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah. Actually, Jarvis, why don't you go and start it now? Because it's only 10 minutes. You can chat to them for 10 minutes. Go and start a bit early so I can send them to you.
Okay. Chill. Yeah, I can do that. Give me 3 minutes.
Cool. We'll do. We'll be live for 3 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. Big up, Jarvis. Appreciate you for jumping.
See you soon.
Yeah. There you go. Yes, people. Give me your scores for tomorrow, people. Come on, I want to hear you guys. before I redirect you. Give me your scores for tomorrow. Give me your scores for tomorrow. Nuruddin, what do you think of you can take the spot from Villa? Well, I hope we can. I genuinely hope we can do that. I really hope that. I wish nothing but the best of that. I really genuinely want that. I wish we can do it, and then we'll be secure. Instead of even being looking over our shoulder, we should be looking up. Definitely. Big up to the comment of the night, though. I'm going to have to give it to Takahanada. Says, why isn't Neville saying anything about Jim? Racist tirade. For a man who claims to be Labour, soft left Blairite, his silence is deafening. I could not have put it better. I will be making a video about that, my friend. You're going to have to check out the video I'll be making about that. And hopefully I'll be using a little clip from what Paul Scholes said to him. So if you think I am conspiracy theorist, then you know where to go, people. But yeah, I'm hoping, I really hope you're right. Sunday game 3-0. I really hope you're right. Nora, did you read what I said about Words is out? That's a big blow. How long is he out for? Nora, did you vote in a 2025? So who did you vote? Also, 2-1 is my prediction. Oh, I voted for the Greens. I've always been a Green Party voter. I only ever voted Labour because of Corbyn. I've never voted Labour in my life other than Corbyn, when Corbyn was in. So, yeah, I voted Greens. Yeah. Gary Neville is Paul Pundit. Yeah. Well, you know how it is. Don't know, but they're falling apart. Jamie's having a couple of beers as we speak right now, saying, where's this up? Cheers for that, lads. I'll have another beer. Big up to Jamie Wayne. Big up to Jamie Wayne. Big up my guy. Big up my guy, Jamie Wayne. But yeah, Gary Blood Murder, She Wrote Neville is an absolute muppet, mate. He's in Jim. He's in Jim's pocket. Jim's pocket, mate. Crazy. Not a peep out of him. Nico, who did you vote for? Nico, I'd like to know, since you asked me, who did you vote for? Who did you vote for? But the Green Party in the UK is quite different. They'll only tax the billionaires. They'll never tax the working class people or even middle class people. Yeah. Depends what you want, my friend. If you want the Epstein the PDF files to be taxed more and to be broken up, then you vote Green. If not, then don't bother. Reform, I know this for a fact, Nico. Reform are funded by the PDF file class. That's who they're funded by. Okay. Yeah, big up. Yeah. Yeah, you could say that. We need Epstein files 3 months more. Stuff comes out. Yeah, 100% I will do it. 100% I will do it. But anyway, people, I hope United win. We'll be back here on Sunday after the game. I think I'm going to the game, so I'll be back here quick as I can to do what I need to do. Yeah, Mandelson is got blinded by the government and Prince Charles. Rats. So, listen, you know that class is in it. PDF files, mate. The PDF files. If you know, you know. Big up and love. Look after each other. Free Palestine, free the Congo, free Sudan, free Haiti, free Kashmir, free Greenland, free Northern Norway. Big up Bodo Glimt. F the Glazers, F Ineos, free Lebanon, free Iraq, free Syria, free everywhere where people are oppressed. Love and light to every one of you lot. And yeah, to the peace-loving, humanity-loving people of the world. But Miko, well, let me know if you follow me on X. Come on, I'd like to talk to you politics on this show. So come on. Oh, 100%, mate. It's crazy, bro. I can't say. It's crazy. Yeah, but big up anyway. Take care, people. Good night.